Do you ever wake up in the morning and feel like your body just doesn't move the way it used to? Like your joints are stiff, your balance feels off, and just getting out of bed feels like an event. It's frustrating, I know. And for many people over 65, it can feel like the beginning of a slow decline. But here's the truth, it doesn't have to be that way. You're not stuck, and you're certainly not powerless. There's a simple shift you can make. Something that takes just a few minutes a day, that could add not just years to your life, but energy to your mornings, strength to your steps, and confidence in your body again. Imagine waking up, and not dreading that first step out of bed. Imagine being able to bend, stretch, reach, and move through your day, without that nagging stiffness, slowing you down. That's what we're going to talk about. How a small daily habit can transform your mornings, and build a body that supports your independence, your health, and your peace of mind. The first thing I want you to try, starting tomorrow morning, is gentle movement. Nothing intense. You're not preparing for a marathon, you're just waking up your muscles, your joints, and your circulation. Even just 10 minutes can make a huge difference. The trick is consistency. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You do it every day because it maintains something important. Your body deserves that same daily attention. When you wake up, don't rush, sit up slowly, take a few deep breaths, and gently roll your shoulders. Stretch your arms overhead. Then put your feet on the floor, stand up slowly, and start with some easy motions, ankle rolls, slow marching in place, maybe some side-to-side steps. If you have a chair nearby, use it for balance and support. You don't need any fancy equipment, just your body and a little space. This isn't about burning calories, or working up a sweat. It's about activating your body, increasing your blood flow, and telling your muscles, hey, we're alive and we're ready. It also gets your brain going, believe it or not. Movement in the morning has been shown to boost mood, improve focus, and even help regulate sleep. And here's the beautiful part. When you do this every day, your body starts to respond. That stiffness, it eases. That fear of falling, it fades. Your steps feel stronger, your energy lasts longer. It's not magic, it's motion. And the more you move, the more capable and confident you'll feel in everything else you do. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s who struggled to stand without holding on to something, regain their balance and independence just by committing to these few minutes every morning. One woman told me she started doing 10 minutes of movement every day before breakfast, and within 2 weeks, she could walk up her front steps without holding the rail for the first time in years. That's powerful. That's freedom. So tomorrow morning, before the coffee, before the news, before you even check your phone, move. Just for a few minutes. Give your body a chance to wake up the right way. Because every day you do, you're not just moving your body, you're moving your life forward. Now that you're up and moving, let's walk through a few simple things you can do every morning to wake up your body gently but effectively. You don't need a gym, you don't need special clothes, just a little space, maybe a sturdy chair, and a willingness to show up for yourself. Start by standing tall, feet hip-width apart. Roll your shoulders slowly backward in big relaxed circles, 5 times. Let that tension melt away. Now roll them forward. Good. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms gently up toward the ceiling, then slowly bring them back down. Do that 2 more times. Reach and breathe. You're not just stretching your arms, you're expanding your lungs, waking up your chest, and telling your whole system, it's time to go. Next, march in place. Slowly. Lift your knees one at a time, as high as is comfortable. If you feel unsteady, place one hand on the back of a chair for balance. Keep your spine tall. Feel your feet connecting with the ground. Just a light rhythm, maybe 30 seconds. This isn't about speed, it's about warming up your legs, and getting that blood flowing. Now try a gentle side step. Step to the right, bring your feet together. Step to the left, feet together. Do this a few times, side to side. Loosen up those hips. Smile if you feel a little silly, it means you're alive, and you're doing something beautiful for yourself. Let's work on balance now. Hold on to the back of that chair. Stand on one foot for a few seconds, 5, 10, even 15 if you can, then switch. Don't worry if you wobble, that's part of strengthening your muscles, and retraining your brain to support you. Balance is key to preventing falls, and the more you practice, the more stable and confident you'll feel. Bend your knees slightly now, and do a few shallow squats, like you're about to sit down in a chair, but change your mind halfway. Go as low as is comfortable. Keep your chest lifted and your heels on the floor, just a few. This gets your legs, hips and back all talking to each other again. Now take a moment, notice how you feel, just 5 or 10 minutes, and already your body is more awake, your breathing more full, your mind more clear. I once worked with a gentleman named Mr. Harris, 75 years old, always had this quiet dignity about him. He told me his legs used to feel like lead in the mornings. Getting to the bathroom was a chore, and stairs felt impossible. We started with just these simple moves, no pressure, no pushing. A week in, he noticed he didn't need the handrail going up the steps. 2 weeks later, he was walking to the corner store again. Not because of any fancy program, but because of a daily commitment to move, just 10 minutes. That's all it took to bring his strength back. And that's the invitation I want to leave you with. Give your mornings 10 minutes. Just 10. Trade a little time for a whole lot of life. Your heart will thank you, your joints will thank you, you'll feel better, walk taller, and face the day with more energy and purpose. You deserve to feel strong in your own body. You deserve to start your day with power. And this simple habit is one of the best gifts you can give yourself, every single day. Now that your body's warmed up and ready to take on the day, let's turn our attention to something just as important, your mind. Because here's the truth, just like your muscles, your brain needs exercise too. It needs challenge, it needs stimulation, and it thrives when you give it a reason to stay active. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went in there? Or struggled to remember the name of someone you've known for years? It's frustrating. It can even be scary. But I want you to know, it's not a sign that you're losing your mind. It's just a sign that your brain is asking for a little more attention. And the good news, you can give it what it needs in just a few minutes a day. One of my favorite tools for sharpening memory is something I call the 3-minute recall reset. It's simple, and you can start doing it right now. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen. Every morning, take 3 minutes to write down 3 specific things from the day before. Not just general things, specific ones. Maybe what you ate for breakfast, a conversation you had, what the weather was like. Then close your eyes and try to picture each one in detail. The texture of the toast, the tone of someone's voice, the sound of the rain. Why does this work? Because memory is built on attention and recall. When you train your brain to focus on details and retrieve them, it builds new connections. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. It means your brain is always changing, always adapting, and yes, even as you age, it can still grow stronger. You're not stuck with the brain you had yesterday. You can sharpen it, strengthen it, and train it just like a muscle. And here's the best part. Brain workouts don't have to be boring. Try a puzzle every morning, maybe a crossword or a Sudoku. Play a memory game on your tablet. Do a bit of journaling. Write about your day, your dreams, your favorite memories. You're not just keeping your mind active, you're keeping your story alive. I remember a man named Joseph, a retired math teacher. He came to one of my workshops and admitted he was terrified of forgetting things, especially his grandchildren's names. He started doing the 3-minute recall every morning and added a daily word game at night. 3 months later, he came back grinning. I remembered all 5 grandkids' birthdays without checking my calendar, he said. First time in years. That spark in his eyes, that pride was priceless. So let's do a quick brain challenge together, right now. I'm going to say 3 words. Listen carefully. Garden, window, bicycle. Got them? Now close your eyes and try to picture each one. See the colors, the shapes, the textures. A blooming garden, sunlight through the window, the spokes of a bicycle wheel turning. Sit with that for just a moment. Then write them down. Later today try to recall them again, without peeking. That's how you train your brain, through little exercises that add up. You don't need to feel foggy. You don't have to settle for forgetful. Every day is a chance to strengthen your mind, to grow new connections, and to feel confident in your memory again. It's never too late to be sharper than you were yesterday. We've moved our bodies, we've challenged our minds. Now let's talk about something that fuels both the food you eat. Because after 65, what you put on your plate matters more than ever. Your body changes, your metabolism shifts, and your digestion can slow down. But with just a few smart choices each day, You can turn every bite into something that protects your heart, sharpens your memory, strengthens your bones, and adds real quality and years to your life. Let's start with something simple: hydration. You've probably heard it 1,000 times, but water really is the foundation of good health, especially as we age. Dehydration can make you feel tired, dizzy, confused. It can even mimic memory loss. So before we even talk about food, make sure you're sipping water throughout the day. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber if you need a little flavor. Keep a glass on your nightstand, and drink first thing in the morning. It makes a world of difference. Now let's get into 5 power-packed foods that deserve a place in your kitchen every single day. First up, leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These aren't just salad fillers. They're loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that protect your brain, support your bones, and help fight inflammation. Try tossing a handful into your morning eggs, or blending some into a smoothie. Second, berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These tiny fruits are mighty brain boosters. They're full of antioxidants that help keep your memory sharp and your heart healthy. Add a handful to your breakfast, or keep them in the freezer for a refreshing snack. Next is fatty fish. Think salmon, mackerel, sardines. These are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are like super fuel for your brain and heart. If you're not a fan of fish, you can also get omega-3 stuff from flax seeds or walnuts. Try grilled salmon with steamed veggies. It's simple, delicious, and incredibly good for you. Fourth, nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds. They're packed with healthy fats, fiber, and protein. They're great for snacking, tossing on salads, or stirring into yogurt. Just be mindful of portion sizes. A small handful a day is plenty. And finally, beans. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas. These are fantastic sources of plant-based protein and fiber. They keep your digestion on track, stabilize blood sugar, and leave you feeling full and satisfied. Try making a hearty soup, a simple salad, or even just mixing some into rice for a filling, easy meal. Now I know cooking can feel like a chore sometimes, especially if you're just making meals for yourself. But it doesn't have to be complicated. I want to show you how simple this can be. Let's put together a quick senior-friendly meal that checks all the boxes. Start with a bed of fresh spinach. Add a scoop of cooked lentils or black beans, a few slices of grilled salmon or canned sardines, a sprinkle of chopped walnuts, and a handful of fresh berries on the side. Drizzle with olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. That's it. One small plate that supports your brain, your bones, your heart, and your longevity. I recently sat down with a lovely woman named Gloria, 82, vibrant, full of life. She shared that after losing her husband, she stopped cooking and started relying on frozen meals. But after learning just a few simple recipes and making small changes, like keeping berries in the fridge and prepping a batch of lentils once a week, her energy came back. Her doctor even reduced her blood pressure meds. One small plate a day, that's all it took to turn things around. So remember this, eating well doesn't have to be expensive, overwhelming, or time-consuming. It just needs to be intentional. With a few smart choices each day, you're not just feeding your body, you're investing in more mornings, more memories, and more moments with the people you love. We've nourished the body and strengthened the mind, but there's one more piece of this puzzle we can't ignore: your heart. And I don't just mean the physical one pumping blood through your chest. I'm talking about the part of you that longs for connection, for purpose, for the feeling that you still matter. Because here's the hard truth. Loneliness is one of the most dangerous things we face as we age. It's more harmful than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It can weaken your immune system, raise your risk of heart disease, and even speed up memory loss. And yet it's something so many people over 65 quietly live with. Maybe your kids are busy, or far away. Maybe friends have moved or passed on. Maybe your world just feels quieter than it used to. If that's you, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not forgotten, you are not alone, and you are not done. Human connection doesn't have to fade with age. It just has to adapt. You might not go out dancing every weekend, but you can still find ways to be seen, heard, and valued. And it starts with small intentional steps. Call someone, right now if you can. Pick up your phone and dial that friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Leave a voice message if they don't answer. Just hearing your voice might be exactly what they needed today. And the moment you reach out, you'll feel it too. That little lift in your chest, the warmth that comes from reminding someone, I'm still here, and I care. Don't stop there. Join a local club, even if it's just a book group, or a walking circle at the park. Look into volunteering. So many schools, hospitals and food banks would be thrilled to have someone with your wisdom and life experience. If mobility is a challenge, try virtual groups online, senior Zoom calls, online faith groups, message boards. There are whole communities just waiting for someone like you to show up. Even little routines matter. Smile and chat with the cashier. Ask your neighbor how their day is going. Send a handwritten note. Every interaction, no matter how small, strengthens your emotional well-being. And that isn't just a nice feeling. It has a real impact on your health. Studies show that people who feel socially connected have lower blood pressure, better sleep, and even stronger immune systems. I met a gentleman once, Mr. Leon, who had spent years living quietly alone after his wife passed. He didn't think anyone really needed him anymore. But one day he started volunteering at a nearby school, helping kids with reading. Just 2 mornings a week. He told me, I used to wake up wondering if anyone would notice if I didn't. Now those kids are waiting for me every Tuesday and Thursday. He went from invisible to irreplaceable, just by showing up. And you can do the same. You matter. Your voice matters. Your story, your smile, your presence. These are gifts the world still needs. So here's your challenge today. Reach out, send a text, make a call, invite someone for tea, or simply say hello to the person next to you on your walk. And then down in the comments, I'd love for you to share your story. What helps you feel connected? What's one small thing you did this week to reach out? You never know who might read your words and feel inspired to take that first step out of isolation too. As the day winds down, there's one more habit I want to help you build, one that often gets overlooked, but is absolutely essential for your health, your memory, and your energy. How you end your day. The last 30 minutes before you go to sleep can set the tone for your entire tomorrow. And if you're someone who tosses and turns at night, or wakes up already feeling tired, this part is especially for you. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's about repair. It's the time when your body heals, your brain organizes memories, and your immune system gets stronger. But deep restorative sleep doesn't just happen on its own. It needs a little help from you. That's where a calming nightly wind-down routine comes in. First, let's talk about your environment. As the sun sets, start dimming the lights in your home. This tells your body it's time to start winding down. Turn off bright screens, TVs, phones, tablets, at least 30 minutes before bed. The blue light they emit can confuse your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Instead, switch to a warm bedside lamp. Maybe even light a candle if that feels comforting. Now let's ease into the body. Try just 5 minutes of gentle stretching, neck rolls, shoulder shrugs, ankle circles. Nothing intense, just enough to release tension, and tell your muscles, you did enough today. Then sit quietly and breathe. Not the kind of breathing we do when we're stressed or rushing, but slow, steady, intentional breaths. In through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, then out through the mouth for 6. Do that 5 times, and you'll feel the difference. And here's one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can build: gratitude. Before your head hits the pillow, think of 3 good things from the day. They don't have to be big. Maybe your tea tasted extra good this morning. Maybe the breeze felt nice during your walk. Or maybe someone smiled at you, and it made you feel seen. Speak them out loud, or write them down. This small act shifts your brain into a positive state, and prepares your mind for more peaceful sleep. Some nights, I like to make a simple bedtime tea, chamomile, with a hint of honey and a slice of fresh ginger. I let it steep, while I read a few pages from a favorite book, something gentle and uplifting. It's a ritual, and rituals create safety, comfort, and calm. So tonight, instead of falling asleep with the TV flickering or your phone in your hand, give yourself something better. Give yourself stillness. Give your body peace. Give your mind a soft place to land. Because how you end your day is how you begin the next. And you deserve to start every morning feeling rested, strong and ready for what's next. So now, Here we are, with a full day of life-changing habits laid out in front of you. And the beautiful part, none of it is overwhelming. You don't need to spend hours at the gym, buy expensive supplements, or completely change your life overnight. What you need is consistency. Just 5 daily habits, simple, practical, powerful, that work together to support your body, your brain, your spirit, and your future. Let's walk through it one more time. You wake up and give your body what it needs first. A little movement, some gentle stretching, maybe a short walk around the block. That kickstarts your heart, loosens your joints, and clears the cobwebs from your mind. Then you feed your brain. A quick mental exercise, like the 3-minute recall reset, a puzzle, or even just writing in your journal, something that keeps your mind active and sharp. As the day goes on, you fuel yourself with intention. Leafy greens, berries, good fats, clean proteins, meals that give you energy, protect your heart, and help your body thrive. You make a phone call, send a message. You choose connection over isolation, even in the smallest way. And as the sun sets, you slow down, light stretching, breathing, gratitude, maybe a warm cup of tea. You fall asleep not with worries swirling in your mind, but with peace in your heart. That is a life lived with care. That is how we build longevity, not just in years, but in the quality of those years. So here's what I want you to do. Starting tomorrow, I challenge you to commit to these 5 habits, for just 7 days. That's it, 1 week. You can create a printable 7-day habit tracker. Print it out, stick it on your fridge, or bedside table, and check off each habit every day you complete it. You can even jot down how you feel, physically, mentally, emotionally. You'll be amazed at what just 7 days can do. And if you're into journaling, write down your experience. What changes did you notice? What was easier than you expected? What was harder? Most importantly, what are you proud of? Because every single check mark, every small decision you make for your health, is something to be proud of. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep showing up. One day, one habit, one choice at a time. If any part of this spoke to you today, don't just keep it in your heart. Take 1 second, and tap the like button. It tells the platform that this is a message worth spreading. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way this space becomes your space, a place where you're reminded every week that it's never too late to thrive. Make sure to turn on the little bell too. It's not just a button, it's a gentle nudge to keep taking care of yourself, one video at a time. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, maybe a friend, a neighbor, a loved one, share this with them. It might be the thing that helps them take that first positive step. You deserve to feel strong, clear, connected, and full of life every single day. This journey is yours, and you're not walking it alone. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you, right here in the comments. Which of these 5 habits are you going to try first? Is it the morning movement, a new food on your plate, or maybe that 3-minute brain boost? Tell me below, because your story could inspire someone else who's watching this too. And if there's someone you care about, a friend, a sibling, a neighbor, someone who could use a little encouragement to start living healthier after 65, send this video their way. We're all in this together, and sometimes, all it takes is one shared video to change a life. Remember, it's never too late to add years to your life, and life to your years. You deserve every bit of joy, strength and peace that comes your way. I'm proud of you for being here, I truly am. I'll see you in the next video.